Welcome back, everyone, to a Magelord tale. Yeah, this is still wrecked, but at least I've cleared out a large majority of the random bits of tainted crud that were in the tree. Although it appears I didn't need to do that because they seem to be despawning on their own. The only issues I'm seeing are, well, the goo is sticking around for quite a while, and there's all this gas, which when you fly into it, you either get tainted or you get nauseous. So yeah, that's annoying. But let's get on with our plans that we had before. Primal Charm, I've made it. And if I scan it, I should get a lot more water research points. Oh wow, that's a ton of research points. So there's that. And now just need to grab a wand. And I have made things a little bit more organized. I don't know if I would say this is organized per se, but it exists. There's that. This is going to be way more Ignis than I can handle in the system. How much did I have? Did I have 3 batches of 32? That is way more than I thought I had. That's going to overflow my system with Ignis. It's not necessarily a good thing. Oh well, it's not important right now. What is important is getting on with our plans. This is completely full, isn't it? Yep. I'll fix that later. So let's double check the recipe because we're going to make our wand recharge pedestal. We have everything we need for this. Pedestal goes in the center. Gold goes on one side. Well, that goes on the other. Diamond, diamond. And I'll just hope that this doesn't get all messed up. Why does it look like there's 2 gold floating on the pedestal? Why does it look like there's 2 diamonds floating on the pedestal? What's going on here? Why do all the pedestals look like they have 2 things floating on them? I don't understand. But I got my wand recharge pedestal, so yay! I guess. Let's just fly into this taint and place that here. And this is how it works. You put your wand on the pedestal, it will float there, and automatically will fill up with whatever essence it's able to acquire from nearby nodes. So hooray, we got something to automatically recharge our wand while we go off and do something else. Like, collect another node. That hopefully won't kill my tree any further. This is going to take a long time to repair. And I'm actually close to being done with recording this bunch of videos. It's only a bunch of 3, so it's not like I got too much ahead. But this one might be delayed, this particular episode, because I don't exactly have anything else planned right now. It just kind of all went to hell as soon as everything started getting corrupted, and ugh. What was the things we needed for this? A comparator, which I don't know how to make really. Viz filters, I got a couple of those, that'll work fine. Do I even have... Good, I do have enough. Okay, so I'm going to cut away. I'm going to probably have my other videos start rendering and getting ready to be uploaded. I'll see you guys in a moment or two, or I don't know when I'll come back. I'll be back though, I will, and I'll have something to do, and hopefully I won't destroy the world any further. See you in a moment! Alrighty then, so I decided that for the rest of this episode I'm gonna actually not do much demonstrative stuff. I'm gonna talk about my future plans for my living area. And by the way, I have managed to mostly sort out the horrendous accident that befell my chunk here. Still a little bit of gas laying around, and the tree is not quite the shape that it used to be. I'm going to end up filling more of this in over time, get it looking kind of normal again. Anyway, I think I managed to recover quite nicely from that. It could have been just gone for good, which would have made me cry. Anyway, I've gone around and collected bits of wood and leaf because I want to change the way my entire tree looks. I want to make my tree particularly stand out as a tree that I am definitely inhabiting. Well, I say tree, I mean trees, because it's multiple trees. But as you know, all these gigantic trees look exactly the same, with the exception of mine, which has, you know, a layer sliced out of it and reformed to be just kind of an open air living area. And that's, you know, it's one way to make my trees stand out. But I want to have a slightly different tree overall. So to do that, I am toying with the idea of changing the logs, the planks I'm using for flooring, and the leaves themselves. Now, these magic leaves were my initial foray into potentially changing everything over. I really, really love the color of the magic leaves. But I don't think I can handle having non-stop particle effects raining down from 5 gigantic trees at all times. I mean, yeah, the particle effects do stop when you get far enough away. But every time I'd be in my tree, there'd be particle effects just raining down, and while it's pretty, it could get kind of annoying. So, most likely not going to use the magic leaves. However, the wood is a very beautiful green color, and I think works very marvelously as a flooring material. It doesn't go good with the oak wood next to it, but overall I think it's nice enough. And let's see, if I were to take this out, if I were to replace everything with the magic wood, it kind of blends in. It doesn't look bad. I could see that being something I could possibly do. How about loftwood? It's definitely darker than the oak wood, so it goes better with the green. But I don't think it's much of an improvement. There's also the question of what do I use as leaves then? And I was thinking of checking out a bunch of different types of leaves, and let's see, loftwood leaves, they are definitely a beautiful texture. The little flowers stuck in them, the kind of light bluish color. Overall, it's a very pretty looking block, very pretty. And it doesn't clash that much with the magic wood planks. What if I turned loftwood into planks, though? What does that look like? This looks kind of like a very pale block. Definitely goes better with oak than the magic wood. Stuck in the ceiling. Yeah, these aren't the only blocks and leaves I got. I also grabbed a bunch of these because I want to get a great idea of what I want my tree to look like in the end based on what I have around the area. You know, what I can conveniently get to. We got birchwood, pine wood, sakura leaves and wood, willow, jacaranda, which is actually a very nice looking wood. It's very purple, which is one of my favorite colors. Over time, purple was my initial favorite color. Over time, I've come to love green more than purple. But they're both very pretty colors. Let's go ahead and grab a bit of each. One of each. So I can give you a better look at them. Now then there's this hellbark, which you get from the nether. It's a kind of reddish color. It's an idea, but I don't know if it's the one I'm going to go with. It gives you a dark wood texture, though, which is nice. So yeah, this is the jacaranda wood planks, and the log itself. Very, very dark. And as much as I enjoy purple color, I think it might be just a little bit too dark to use for housing purposes. That doesn't look too bad on its side. But it gives more of an evil kind of feel to it. It's almost black. The leaves, however, are a very nice violet color, and could potentially use them. See, there's dark wood, which is another one I was toying with. And fuse wood, which, by the way, is a very interesting thing to harvest. You might get to see in a moment. There's ghost wood, and let's take the willow wood out too. I'll get to that in a moment. So yeah, ghost wood, kind of a monochrome look to it, which I worry might not be the best idea for making a giant tree out of. And the leaves, well, they have a good look to them, but they are very white. And I think that would just kind of clash way too much with the biome we currently are in. So I think that's a no-go on these ones. Willow, it's got a nice green look to it. And if you turn it into planks, they're also green, but a different shade of green than the magic wood planks. The magic wood planks are more of a... I'm trying to remember my different types of colors. And I can't. So I think I'll just stop talking about that. But it's definitely a lighter color and might go a little bit better with other textures than these ones will. And fuse wood, an interesting looking wood. You know, kind of dark, a little bit reddish with green lines going through it. But on the inside, green and blue. Very interesting. And when you harvest it, it explodes. So that's interesting. But when you turn it into planks, you get these very, very strange looking blocks. Now, I'm probably not going to use these at all because they're just one heck of a look. And I don't know if I would be able to get them to go with anything, really. Let's see, did this explode too? No, it doesn't. Okay. So, kind of cool looking, but not one I'm particularly fond of. The leaves, though, very interesting looking leaves. A combination of blue and green. A little bit dark. And when you're at a distance, it's not quite what I'm looking for. So probably going to skip that one too. Then there's the Darkwood leaves from the Natura, which are a very, very, very dark blue. And the Dark Wood, which is just completely blue. And when you turn it into planks, you get these blue looking planks that have a black line to highlight them. It's nice looking, but I think my eyes would kind of get sore having this everywhere. So, gonna have to skip this one too. Let's see, Sakura gives a very, very light colored wood. But it does have a kind of pleasant look to its logs. Eucalyptus looks okay. Very pink, mind you. My voice decided to stop working there for a moment. Sorry about that. Let's see, pine wood. It's kind of a basic wood. If you've seen pine wood in real life, it's kind of got a yellowish look to it. Not on the tree itself, but actual processed and split up planks of wood. It's got a yellowish look to it. And that kind of is reflected in the planks here. Probably going to skip the pine wood too. So let's see. I ruled out jacaranda because it's a little bit too dark. Willow is an okay color, very nice green. Though I might end up going with the magic wood if I want to have a green floor. Let's see, I got a willow sapling on me. I should actually check, how does willow look next to magic wood planks? Oop, a little bit of lag. Let's see, I need a bone meal. Oh, and a dirt. Actually, I don't need a dirt. I'm just going to go outside. What am I doing? Oh, right. This might not grow with one bone meal. Oh, it did. Okay. Alright, grab that. Take it back up here, and let's compare it with the magic wood planks. Let's see. When it's laid down next to the magic wood planks... That doesn't clash too much. You know, I kind of actually like that. And if I decide that after doing everything in my tree that I do not like this kind of log, I can replace it. So I might go with the willow logs with the magic wood planks. Now what about the leaves? Because the leaves, I do want to change. Well, let's grab my... Oh, I had it on me already. Grab that. Eucalyptus leaves. Pine leaves. Let's compare the bunch. Okay. So pine leaves are kind of basic looking, but they are a different texture than what we currently have for our trees. However, it would just be green with green with green, and I'm not too interested in that. Same kind of goes for the eucalyptus, because it's just another shade of green. Jacaranda, I can get a lot of pretty easily. And it doesn't go too badly with the green colors, but the loftwood leaves are also a very good one. So, not you, and not you. I might go with the jacaranda at first to see how it looks. And if I decide that I don't really like the look of the entire tree with all jacaranda leaves, then I will try loftwood. Because both of them I can get fairly easily. So it's not too big an issue to do an entire tree just to see how it is. So we'll try that out. Now why am I focused on all of this anyway? I mean, couldn't I be building machines or something, or going collecting more nodes? Well, yeah, I can, but I do want to have a place in my little area where I can come down, where I can come, sit down, rest, relax, maybe even have a fireplace to just hang up my clothes to dry after it's been raining. I know what you might be thinking. Exelbirth, didn't you already have a run-in with nearly destroying your tree using taint? Why would you think a fireplace in a tree is a good idea? What is wrong with you? Well, there's plenty of things wrong with me, friends. But I'm pretty sure I can get a fireplace in one of these trees without it burning anything down. And I'm pretty sure it's a fireplace that would look nice as well. In fact, I think I will go and test out a concept in a moment after I show you where exactly I want to set up a permanent living area for me. Because it's been a little while since we started the series. I think this is episode 30 now, was it? I don't remember. But, excuse me, my voice is going a little bit. But the only area that I had that I could have counted as a living area was a single bed laying right here with a furnace for cooking food. And that's it. All I had to say is my living quarters. Then there's the fact that I play with building blocks over here, but these are just here. Well, I think it's about time that I actually go ahead, make a space where I can set up furniture, I can store food or something, cook food constantly, I don't know. And I think that it should be in another tree. Not one of the trees I'm currently using. This area is my workshop area. This entire huge tree system. all workshop. So where am I going to go to live then? Another tree nearby, of course. In fact, I've already cleared out the tree and shaped it to my will. And it's just across the way. Yep, if you were paying attention, you might have seen that there was a hole in that tree not long ago when I started recording again. And I even have a drawbridge to it. Now, to be honest, this is probably backwards. I should most likely have the drawbridge going from where I live to my workspace, but the only way that actually goes up is my workspace area. So if I were to be walking, I would have to have the drawbridge on this side in order to get to my tree. So let's go take a look at it, shall we? And this is it. Yeah, there's currently oak wood planks right now. I got a lot of oak wood reshaping this tree, so I figured it'd be better for me to just put down oak wood for now instead of putting down witch wood, which is a lot more difficult to obtain. So it's a 2-tree system, and I decided to take some liberties with the branches in the center here and create a kind of double arch. I missed some spots. Ah well, it'll get fixed eventually. So where exactly is it I'm going to put a fireplace in this tree where it's not going to burn anything down? I was thinking right here actually, right in the middle. But how is that going to work, you might be wondering? You're surrounded by wood and leaves. You're going to have a fire. Everything's going to burn to the ground. What's wrong with you, Excel? Why do you do stupid? Listen, I do stupid because stupid is fun. Plus, it's not going to burn down. Yeah, that spot was a little bit dark. But it won't be when there's fire here. Okay, so I'm going to hop over to my test world to get an idea of what exactly I'm going to do with my fireplace. I just noticed that the drawbridge on my mini-map is reappearing and disappearing. Kind of random. Yeah, I'm going to go over there, do my test world, and we'll try some things out. And what I'm thinking is, like over here, this probably can be my kitchen area or something, or maybe a living room type area. Maybe over here a living room. Here is going to be a fireplace, an open fireplace concept. Maybe if I put the fireplace here, I can have the kitchen area right here, so I can cook food, or I can put food around the fireplace on drying racks like it's actually cooking. That'd be kind of fun to do. And you might notice that the leaves over here look like different colors. This is part of what's inspiring me to actually get different leaves for my area. Because if I use some leaves from the Biomes of Plenty mod, they won't be changing colors because of a biome crossover. So anyway, continuing on, over here is going to be the bedroom, I believe. And this area right here, it's got a little balcony where I can probably set up a few chairs or something. Just kind of watch the scenery, watch the sunrise or the moonrise, or actually sunsets and moonsets. That's west. Yeah, I forget, this faces south. I shouldn't be standing on the ledge like that. I'm not flying right now. So yeah, let's hop over to my creative world and we'll take a look at possible concepts for what we can use with my wood color choices to create an open pit fireplace that's not going to burn down an entire tree. See you in a moment. Okay then. So this is my initial concept for what I might do with that fireplace area. Right now I'm using these bleached bone brick from Railcraft as kind of a substitute. I don't think it goes very well with my color choices. I just kind of picked a block at random and started building. I didn't add any of the wood or leaves until afterwards. The wood and leaves right now are not representing what it's going to look like with the leaves and with the wood in my tree. This is just to double check, make sure that nothing is capable of catching fire, and it's been about 10 minutes and nothing has caught fire yet. I say that if we go for a full 20 minutes and nothing has caught fire at all, then success will have been had, and this concept for my fireplace is one that will work inside of a tree. I wonder. Got one of these. I wonder if that looks better with this, or if it's better for me to have it more like this. Maybe if I just go like that. Nah, that looks stupid. I can have it open so I can see where it goes up into the chimney area, or I can have it like that so it's more difficult for me to see. Now, you might be curious, why do I have stairs going like this in the fire pit area? Why not just have it all fire pit? Well, the reason I have it like this is because I was thinking, you know, when people have fireplaces, at least I think in the older times, there was a trough where ashes would gather. So my thinking of this was, this could be like an ash trough, which would collect all the ashes, and I would just kind of sweep it all up as it built up, and that was it. That was all my thought that went into it. Probably not a very good thought, but I like the look of it. I'm curious. No. It's better off like that. What if I do this? That's a maybe. Nope. Go like that. Go like that. That's an interesting looking design, but I don't see any practicality to it. You know, unlike the circular ash trough that doesn't actually collect any ashes that I made. What if I do that? I actually like this better. I'm glad I took the time to kind of experiment with what I had here. Now, I'm most likely not gonna be using these bleached bone bricks. 'Cause while they are nice looking, they don't go with what I chose for my colors. However, I could fix that by using this thing called a paint mixer. And the way it works is pretty weird. This is from Open Blocks, and what you do with it is you put this milk in it. You have this, you put milk in here, and you load it up with cyan, magenta, and yellow dye and an ink sac. And you can choose colors off of here. Like, I want to go with that for my color. Then I hit mix, and this little thing will start to fill up, and it's like paint mixers in real life. It shakes and shakes until you get the color of paint you want, and when it's done, it stops shaking. You can actually see it changing color over time as it's doing that too, which is kind of cool. But then you plop down the paint can, and you right-click with the paintbrush, and you right-click the block you want to paint, except it does not work on these bleached bricks. So, scratch that, you can't change the color of these. Thought it worked on these. Well, it works on the sandstone. So you can just paint a whole area, and the cool thing is that it only paints the one side. And it does change the block to a canvas, though, which is kind of strange. And if you want to get the paint off, you get a squeegee, and just right-click and it takes the paint off. So, another interesting way to potentially decorate my home in the future. Get out of here. Yep, still nothing catching fire. And we are really pushing the limits of this video. I've gone on for long enough by now. I wonder if I can paint the side of this. Nope. Okay. One last thing I will say is that for this paint stuff you can get these stencils. And you can right-click the stencils to rotate them. Right-click with a paintbrush, and you'll have painted the design of the stencil. Now what's cool is that it will actually keep the paint there, and you can rotate the stencil on top of it. So if you wanted to, you could paint a reverse, and you can create cool designs using that. Look at that, that's kind of a neat design. Look at that, that's neat. So that's going to be the end of this episode. I'm going to get to work on collecting all the materials to set all this up. I will decide on a block I will use for my fire pit. And I will see you in the next video. So hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and fave. See you next time. Take care, and goodbye.